As you all know, my job is as a real estate live stream host. So usually I record videos at the company, talk with clients about buying property, or do live streams and such. I don't really go downstairs much, and I rarely pay attention to this business part. Today I went down to buy coffee and noticed some really shocking things. Let me show you. Actually, my office location is quite good. Let me turn the camera to show you. Over here is Wanda Plaza, which is a large commercial complex, and this whole area is lined with street-facing shops. Take a look. Except for this one burger place that's still open, all the other shops here have closed down, completely shut down. There's only one more shop open at the end of the street, our Shin Mao Gate, but basically, all the stores here have closed. And over here you can see this one has closed too, and only Yonghe King is still open. There are several more closed shops over there as well. It's really scary right now. Of course, this entertainment venue is still open, and Tianyapin is still operating. It's honestly terrifying everyone. There's just nothing more to say. The city's economy is really, really bad right now. I never expected it to be this bad. It's honestly quite awkward. Actually, in 2025, whatever you do, you have to be cautious and take things seriously. You can't just mess around anymore. You should also be more cautious with investments and try to keep more cash on hand. Alright? Because the economy is really in an awkward state right now. Think about it. Even with the stock market performing so poorly, if you go and invest or do anything else, you really need to be careful. The same goes for buying a house. If it's not a necessity, don't buy one. Even though I sell houses, I can't lie to everyone. Let me show everyone. Over here, everything has closed down too. Places like Xiaoshan Chow and the braised pork rice shop have all gone out of business. These shops actually used to do pretty well, because in our industrial park, the foot traffic was decent. But now, if you look, less than half of the stores are still open. There's just no way to keep going. I remember back in 2004, when I was delivering food. It's really scary now. There's nothing more to say. In 2025, everyone needs to be cautious about starting a business or doing anything. This is real. The reason I'm making this video today is to tell everyone some honest truths.
Lately, I've rarely posted videos. Why? Mainly because business is just too bad right now. It's really discouraging. Now, I get up around 7 in the morning and work until 6 in the evening, but the daily revenue basically never exceeds 800 yuan. It used to be around 2,500 yuan a day, and don't forget, my rent alone is 6,000 yuan a month.
To put it bluntly, I really can't even make enough to cover the rent. Now I'm basically living off leftovers. These days, my wife and I pretty much never eat out anymore. We used to go out for barbecue, hot pot, or grilled meat and stuff, but this year, since the new year, we've only eaten out once. It cost 79 yuan, and I felt bad about it for ages. I just couldn't get over it. Yeah, everyone's just hanging in there like this. Who knows when this tough situation will finally end?
In a word, tough. Honestly, business these past few years has been really hard to do. People just feel powerless. The economic situation isn't good, and everyone's strapped for cash. Products just aren't selling at all. A lot of customers still think that being a boss means you must be unscrupulous, always assuming we make huge profits on what we sell. But only we know that the cost price has been going up year after year, while we don't dare to raise our selling prices easily. If we adjust prices even a little to keep up with the market, customers immediately accuse us of being profiteers. There's just no understanding from them. For the sake of this business, we get up early and work late, busy from dawn till dusk, with our whole family's livelihood depending on this little shop. I sincerely hope customers can be more understanding. Everyone's having a hard time, and only with mutual understanding can business last in the long run. Most wholesale markets these days don't even have a single customer, just merchants everywhere, but not one buyer. In the past, at least, the market would be a bit lively in the mornings, but now, whether it's morning, noon, or night, there's no one around. I really don't know how much longer we can hold on.
If you look around, many of the shops nearby haven't even opened their doors. Most likely, they just can't keep going anymore. They barely managed to hold on until the end of last year, but this year, a lot of shop owners simply don't want to keep struggling. Yesterday, a follower asked me if he was suited for this line of work. We ended up talking for half an hour, but honestly, I didn't even want to have that conversation. I feel like answering questions like that takes up a lot of time. Even people like us, who have been in this business for 10 years, feel like we can't make it in this industry anymore. If you're a complete newcomer, how are you supposed to gain a foothold in this industry? It's really, really hard.
Are there any e-commerce sellers who are still awake? Is e-commerce easy for you guys right now? I'm in the fresh produce business, and I do my own live streams. Honestly, I handle customer service myself, and it's driving me crazy. I do after sales myself too, and it's about to make me lose it. Getting woken up in the middle of the night by messages is just so people can get freebies. And you know, fresh produce doesn't support 7-day no questions asked returns, so if there's a problem, I pretty much have to refund everything. It's just malicious. People ask for refunds for no reason, and I can barely survive. I'm already selling at extremely low prices, but I still can't make it work. I've run into countless cases where people want a divorce just because they bought some seafood. Getting scolded by family members, even being kicked out of the house. There are countless people who say they've eaten more seafood than I've ever sold. I want to ask, just how impressive do you think you are? I might sell several thousand pounds of goods in a single day. Do you really think you can eat that much? All you want is a bit of money, so why do you have to say so much? Every day you use the most insulting language to talk to our customer service, and I can't even talk back. If I do, they'll dock my pay. What do you want from us, really? What do you want? Just listen to my voice. Do you hear what my voice has become after live streaming every day? Can't you have a little conscience as a person? I'm not asking for anything else. I just ask that you keep a bit of conscience as a human being. Don't have children anymore. People like you shouldn't have children. If you're so desperate for this little bit of money, if you can't even make a living, then don't have kids. At least leave some bottom line for your own children, okay? Everyone, please, let's all keep a little bit of conscience, all right?
Hello everyone, I'm Long Wei. I have no choice but to make this decision that goes against my ancestors. I've been streaming for 3 months now, but there hasn't been much improvement, and I don't even know if there's any point in continuing. Recently, the popularity of my live stream has dropped drastically, which has caused my income to decrease more and more. So I made a major decision. I've decided to send my 74-year-old father to Guangdong to work as a security guard. Seeing this happen really breaks my heart, but there's nothing I can do. Dad, you only have yourself to blame for not studying hard when you were young. If you don't endure the hardships of learning, you'll have to endure the hardships of life. Once you get to Guangdong, remember, you must work diligently, don't be lazy, do your job well, and work boldly.
Try your best to earn yourself an official position, even if it's just a minor one. Ideally, come back as the head of the security team. As for me, your son, I'll stay home and focus on live streaming. Let's work hard, and we're bound to succeed. Although the road may be long, if you keep moving forward, you'll eventually arrive. Even if things are difficult, if you try, you can accomplish them. Recently, I was chatting with a few business owners, and what they said was really eye-opening. They mentioned that after the new year, many people who went to work in Shanghai or Guangzhou have started heading back home. Why? Either they couldn't find a job, or if they did, the pay was pitifully low. It's only around 4,000. Because the bosses aren't making any profit, they can't offer higher wages. Or a lot of bosses have simply decided not to do business this year at all. They've gone back to their hometowns to just take it easy, having lost all their savings. So where can workers go to find jobs? In first-tier cities, earning 4,000 or 5,000 yuan, it's hard just to cover basic living expenses. It's tough for everyone. How can anyone stay under these circumstances? So, they have no choice but to take the old green trains back to their hometowns. But unexpectedly, the green trains are packed with people, completely full. This shows that it's not just 1 or 2 people in this situation, but large numbers of people are all heading back. It's practically the first wave of people heading home for the 2025 New Year, and it's only been a month since the Spring Festival. Just 1 month. Friends in Hangzhou are experiencing the same thing. They can't find jobs either. This friend of mine drives a car for a living. He went to Hangzhou, but now he's driving back to his hometown in Henan to look for another way to make a living. He thought there would be opportunities in the big city, that he could make good money, but reality gave him a harsh slap in the face. He thought that this year, with the rise of the 6 little dragons in Hangzhou, things would be different. He thought it would also bring more job opportunities, but he never expected that even finding a job paying 5,000 or 6,000 would be so difficult. Young people leave their hometowns with dreams, only to be defeated by reality. On one side are the high living costs of big cities, and on the other, meager incomes. Such a huge gap forces them to choose to leave. This also reflects the harsh employment environment this year. Companies can't offer reasonable salaries, and job seekers can't find suitable positions. This kind of vicious cycle, who knows when it will be broken? I really hope our economy can recover quickly, otherwise this is a bad start. What will we do after May 2025?
I really miss Shanghai in 2020. Back in May of that year, I came to Shanghai to look for an internship. In less than a week, I successfully landed a job. At that time, I found a software testing internship with a salary of 5,000. In July, after I received my diploma, my salary increased to 8,000 when I became a full-time employee. Then, after just a few months of work, my supervisor thought I was doing well and proactively applied for a 1,500 yuan raise for me. Later on, I often received an A in my performance reviews, so my total salary reached over 10,000. Then, by chance, I went for another interview, and to my surprise, it was really easy. I landed a job with a salary of 13,000, so I successfully switched jobs. Back then, the job market was such that as long as you changed jobs, your salary would increase by at least 30%. What I didn't expect was that I only worked at the new company for 3 months, but at the end of the year I received a year-end bonus equivalent to 2 months' salary. My new manager told me I had the highest score in the team, but the good times didn't last long because some of the company's business crossed a red line. The entire subsidiary was laid off. After that I found another job with a salary of 17,000. Back then it was really easy to find a job, as long as you had decent skills, but now finding a job really has nothing to do with how hard you work.
As children, we were the flowers of the motherland, but as adults, we've become society's leftovers. Recently, a well-known milk tea shop in Yongchuan District, Chongqing, was exposed on a recruitment app for offering only 8 yuan per hour. After job seekers complained the pay was too low, HR lashed out saying, "Know your worth, you're just leftovers." The incident quickly trended online and sparked heated discussion. Some netizens say toothbrush is a very unpleasant word in Chongqing dialect, and that the job seeker first spoke rudely to HR. Others argue toothbrush is just an interjection expressing shock at the low wage, while the milk tea shop staff calling people leftovers is a direct personal attack. After all, the main customers of milk tea shops are college students. The job seeker is a freshman at a nearby school, just turned 18. She planned to take a part-time job for pocket money, but after being humiliated, she grew angrier. She posted the chat record online, which resonated with students. It's hard for students to find jobs, and now they face ridicule. As children, we were called the flowers of the motherland, but as adults, we're called society's leftovers. Who can stand that? I checked the minimum wage in Yongchuan District, Chongqing. Part-time, 2 or 3 yuan hour. Full-time, over 13 yuan hour. 8 yuan per hour is below the minimum wage and illegal. Currently, the store has suspended operations for rectification. Public information shows this milk tea brand uses a franchise model, and store recruitment is managed by 3 types of staff: the store manager, regional supervisor, and company HR. All are internal staff representing the company and brand image. Chat screenshots show the recruiter in this incident was unprofessional, incompetent, and violated labor laws. Only one reason could explain all 3 issues appearing together. The root cause is major problems with the company's management. No high salaries, no training, no legal awareness, and the business doesn't follow laws and regulations. Employees hired at low wages often have low quality and much resentment. By chance, they provoked a university student who shouldn't have been messed with, and the resulting chain reaction shut the store down. If you say the franchisee is unlucky, that's not really true. Who set the hourly wage at 8 yuan? Was the recruitment staff properly trained? They don't even have basic communication etiquette. There are likely other issues not yet revealed, so suspending operations for rectification might not be bad.